I'm back. Hopefully it'll work now. I'm back. Is the game showing now? There we go. We're not getting out of playing it. Oh, refresh. Mel, are you here? What do you mean it's not letting you? I feel like speed playing this fucking game. Like, Skip, when does this game get fucking good? And, no, I talked about that earlier. I can just put that in the VOD. But no, this game's made me actually excited for a modern Pokemon game, just so I can have an excuse to play something else. I'm sorry, it's not a bad game, it's just boring. And maybe I just picked the most boring and longest route first. I don't know. She was scouted by Teko Eon, an all-knowing prodigy. I'm still gonna play the rest of it, probably. Just, I'm gonna take my time with it rather than play it all at once, you know? Like tomorrow, if I can stream, because it depends on if I can get my work done. I'm gonna be streaming Overwatch. Probably. However, one day it all came crashing down. Saren was arrested and put in jail. In a single night, she lost everything. Hooked up with IVs? She was bound in isolation, kept in isolation, bound in chains, treated as a slave would in the distant past. What did Ezekai do? Why is she the only one kept in chains? She's a famous genius scientist, right? I wonder why she's even here. I heard she opposed her leader, Tekka Eon. So she lost a political skirmish? No, from what I heard, she was involved in the worst crime in the history of Shuten. What kind of crime had Sarah and Ezekai committed? But they couldn't find the answer. You know what happens to those who get close to her. Any contact with Sarah and Ezekai was strictly forbidden. If anyone got close to her isolation shell, they would be shot without warning the moment they took one step too far. If she's that dangerous, why not just kill her? They drug her here to keep her alive. Why? Come on, she's from the Ministry of Science. They kill her, and then Mad Docs will zero in on them. So they need to keep her alive even though she's dangerous. Saren was being kept like in a catatonic state between life and death, like a plant. But she's pretty optimistic, so... What? She kept an accurate record of seconds since her imprisonment. 18,489,600 seconds, approximately second month. Roughly 21,168,000 seconds left until my limit. She even knew how much time she had until the end of her life. No matter how drunk she was, she could only survive here for about half a year longer. Barred of a chance to show her talent, she intended to end her short life. However, she wasn't grieving over her current condition. Counting seconds was all she was able to do. And so she did, but that was it. Day after day, Sam kept counting. And one night, exactly a year after imprisonment, a sign of change appeared in her solitary cell. Hey, won't you help me break out of here? Please, you're a prodigy, ain't ya? Make use of your brain for me. Saren Ezekai was a famous genius. She might be helpful during the prison break. The women sneaked to Saren's cell without being seen by the guards. Phase 1, a prisoner's visit. Sooner than anticipated. Huh? Phase what? Say, why do you want to escape? Why? It's obvious. I'll be killed if I stay here. This was the largest jail in Shuten, the infamous The End. No one's ever left it alive. Primarily, violence and murder were forbidden by the precepts of the Shuten Order. But as an exception, the Ministry of Security and such were allowed to use force. The prison guards could do to felons whatever they pleased. Deaths by accident were common. If I'm gonna die anyway, I want to at least give it a shot and break out. I can understand your mindset to bet on such dire odds. Coming here was also a wise gamble. After all, you're the only one I have. Please, you surely know something. The prisoner was pleading her. However... No, I can't help you. I owe you nothing. There's no reason for me to work for you. I'll get you out of here once I free you. Ain't that enough? A promise is worthless in negotiations. Give me the most valuable thing you have now. I'm a prisoner. I have nothing. Oh, I think you do. Something of the utmost value for a living creature. The hell that nonsense you're spouting? The prisoner tilted to her head. However, she never came to an answer. A dry sound echoed through the prison. Blood gushed out of the victim convict's chest. Damn it! She fell face down, never to move again. This is what you get for sneaking into the isolation cell, fool. We have more work because of the likes of you. The guard spat on the dead woman's body and stomped on it with disdain. The corner of his lips were curled up in a sadistic smile. You better not inspire other inmates with your smarty pants blabbering, Ezeki. The prison guard warned Saren through the iron railing. Well, it's not like your wit can help you now, anyway. Give it back. You just took her life. You take something, you have to return it. Simple. When you take something, you need to offer something of the same value. It was Saren's creed to keep everything in equilibrium. How dare you talk back to me? If you want something in return, how about my fist in your face? The guard opened the cell and entered. His clenched fist rose. Damn it, I hurt my hand. You should have learned by now never to talk back. With this, the prison guard, satisfied, left his assault on Saren. Left. Having lost the last of her dignity, the girl lay on the floor like an old rag. Then... We're even. I took it back. Between Saren's toes was a small tablet. She had swiftly snatched up the device that was dangling at the guard's hip. But it would be rude to operate it with my feet. She strained her muscles and broke the chain shackling her hands. No, she didn't have monstrous power. Using her mouth, she systematically separated salt contained in the IV drug and spat it on the chains every day. Continuously exposed to salty water, the iron weakened. This was called deliquescence. Oh shit. First, Saren accessed footage from surveillance cameras in the building. Then she started investigating the supplies. Pipes, ropes, burners, bulbs, sheets, tools, wires, bottles, matches, everything I need. Thank you. It appears I can regain my freedom because of you. She spoke to the silent corpse. I have to give you something worthy in return for giving me freedom. I'll make it the prison break of the century as a token of my gratitude. Free everyone. This day, the most notorious criminal in the history of Shuten silently escaped from jail. She escaped to finish the job she had left outside on the bars of her cell. What crime did she commit? Mel, are you here? Still? I put my gun to 216 and had to make him do something funny. His cries for mercy were boring. My hand slipped. Whoa, just how many did you kill this month, guys? 5, 8. You're going too far. I snuffed 13, by the way. And you dare complain? Prison guards were enjoying their liquor. They always like talking about recently killed people over a bottle of booze. According to Shuten Order's dogma, violence was a serious crime. Yeah, you said this. Wanna go for a hunt later? Don't have to ask me twice. Let's have a little competition. The inmates' numbers are the points you get. Power deprived them of their morals long ago. Murder was but a pastime for them. They were convinced that their rule would last forever, until this day. IRL cops be like, true! What? A rebellion! How the hell are they gonna fight? Maybe they're using sticks or something. Someone turn off this damn siren. Even the sound of the alarm didn't sober them up. The rebellion must be some trivial thing anyway. Was that a gunshot? I heard explosions too. I've got no idea where they got guns, but it must be some cheap junk. Yeah, they stand no chance against our latest equipment. We'll teach those bastards their place. They won't ever dare piss us off again. They could suppress the revolt in no time. A window broke above their heads and in flew a missile-like object. Shards got into my eyes! Damn, what is this? Missiles kept flying in. The IRL cops be like. What's this? A plastic bottle? They realized they were just plastic bottles. Does that mean we're being bombarded with trash? These punks dare look down on us? The furious prison guard tries to counterattack. As they did, smoke started billowing out of the bottles. Damn it, I can't breathe! Give me air! Someone help us! They grew dizzy, then came the shivers and nausea. They couldn't keep their eyes open. Smoke filled the room and the prison guard lost consciousness. When they came to, rise and shine, dears! They were surrounded by cons aiming their crude guns made with pipes and strings. In the middle of the crowd, Sir Ezaki. This is the greatest prodigy in the entire history of the Shuten Order. How did you break out of those chains? Science, friend. Ever heard of the liquidants? And the guns, where did you get them? I made them. There are plenty of materials all over the place. Shut it. There ain't no way you can just go ahead and make a gun. Guys, show them your power. 1, 2, 3. The prisoner fires their arms at once. It almost sounded like a signal. Those vicious inmates were following Saren's orders like loyal dogs. You know how guns shoot out bullets with such force? A gun shoots a bullet using pressure in the barrel. A spark strikes the primer, causing it to explode. Hydrogen for these bombs I extracted from water. Citric acid was in the drug storage. You passed out due to a nickel carbonyl. I exposed the nickel from the storehouse to CO. Saren explained the constructions of her weapon like a school teacher. The prison guard gasped. They had severe regrets. They should have killed this monster. But she used to be close with the leader of the Ministry of Science. Had they gotten rid of her, they could have fallen into disgrace with the ministry. They kept her alive for political reasons. But it seems that was a big mistake. What the hell do you want? Why are you doing this to us? That's my line. Why did you abuse us? What did you say, Mr. Warder? That's our job. You wanted us to let scumbags like you enjoy your happy-go-lucky lives? Certainly criminals should be suppressed and punished. We broke the country's law. That's right. You're in no place to complain, you useless trash. But you took too much. Formerly, criminals were killed, taken to a square and publicly executed. Saren started telling a story like a professor at a podium. But now the death sentence is not so common. Instead of lives, freedom is taken. And so the prison was made. In exchange for freedom, we get the right to live here. But you took both, our freedom and lives. That's too much. So I'm going to take it back. Retrieve the excess that you took from us. I'll let you live, provided that you pledge our freedom. Hey, if you want to be free, just break out of here. No, formalities are crucial. Without your oath, our souls will never be free. Say it, declare freedom for all conflicts here. We want to hear it from you. And so, he pronounced the criminals free people. There could be no greater humiliation for the prison warden, but he had no choice. I swear, I call you free man! His declaration took the prisoner's breath away. They couldn't believe the scene that had just played out in front of their eyes. The abused felons fought the warden himself into submission. Good job. Phase 2, revolt complete. Okay guys, give me a shout of victory. Yeah! At certain signal, the room exploded with joyful shouts of the convict. We're free. Let's get out of here. Wait, before that, Charen, thank you. You're our savior. And what can we do next? We'll follow your lead. This masked girl brought them salvation. She was their messiah. Anything would go well should they follow her. If she led the way, they suddenly freeze. Their happiness was brief. The prisoners were suddenly surrounded by corpses that had suddenly raided their facility. What? She played them both! You're surrounded! Put your hands up and lie face down, otherwise we'll shoot. There was the Ministry of Security. They have the strongest army force at their disposal. It's the Ministry! Damn, Lucas is dead! Why'd they come here? Charen said that they didn't come to the prison at all. But they've been in conflict for years. Still they were here. Could Charen as a keep you wrong? Charen, what should we do? Everything would be alright. Charen was a genius after all. She surely could overturn such a hopeless situation. But then, something rather unexpected happened. Dr. Ezeki, long time no see. Thank you for reporting the revolt. Anytime. Thank you. Your timing was impeccable. The leader was talking to a man who seemed to be the ministry's officer. This is the promised list of front companies and the secret accounts used for laundering. Warden, how could you? The man meant to protect justice was involved in dirty business. Bastard, get out of here! This is the prison. You have no right to be here. Oh, are you sure you can talk to me like that? What if this list sees the light of day? We demand our subordinates. It's a friendly reminder. We demand our subordinates follow our orders, or else. They thought that the ministry would take control, but it didn't look like that. The ministry asked me to find proof of the prison's dirty business. Security is tight. You can't just walk into the archives, so I created a diversion. The prisoners became acutely aware of Charen's ulterior motive. They gave them weapons to rebel with and used the commotion to sneak into the archives. And she only secured her own safety. You used that. You can certainly see it that way. The perception changes depending on the point of view. You gotta be kidding! The army's guns were pointed right at them. Resistance would be pointless. If they wanted to live, all they could do was raise their hands. Their brief dream had been ended. The prisoners were taken back to their cells. The sounds of locking cell doors echoed throughout the building. Hey, what will happen to us now? Death sentence, obviously. With their shoulders slumped, they could only wait for death. Death on its own wouldn't even be that bad, but something much worse could happen. It was too much. That woman, how could she take advantage of us? She had us right where she wanted us. I knew something was off from the start. If I'm gonna die anyway, I at least want to take her with me. You know you can't. She's long gone now. No, I'm here. They looked up at the sand in front of their cells. You! What do you want? Did you come to have the last laugh? If I get a death sentence, I'm gonna curse you right before I die. No matter the cost, I'll make you pay for this. Although just moments ago they proclaimed her Messiah, she was now their devil. She didn't even frown. I have no intention of talking to you through these bars. Come out. Surely the prison guards just had them. Saren opened the cells of the dumbfounded prisoners, one after another. Huh? Hey, what the hell are you trying to do? Can you explain what you mean? You just betrayed us, didn't you? Your expectations were misdirected. What did you want me to do? Help us break free, of course. If you escaped, the ministry would have caught you and you'd already be dead by now. What were you going to do outside? What about work? What about a place to live? They were focused on breaking free so badly that the thought hadn't crossed their mind. Too much freedom would ruin you. You can't take too much. This is the law of nature. But they'll kill us if we stay here. No, you won't be lawlessly killed here anymore. Look. If you're in a position where you earn for your keep, no one will oppress you. On the prison wall, she projected a plan of her business venture. Phase 3, start a business. She envisioned a temp employment agency. The prisoners would be sent to plants and such to work as laborers or drivers. If they paid their wages to the prison or the ministry, they wouldn't be abused anymore. There's no way we can make money. Stop using us. Someone who could earn a salary wouldn't become a criminal in the first place. I have no education. And I have no skills. I can't even add. What? Full-grown man? They were useless. Such useless scum could never make money. Long-term imprisonment caused them to believe they were failures. Saren still didn't give up on them. You aren't useless. You just didn't have a chance to learn. Here, wear these. Why are you giving us those? You want us to wear them at work? We're not children. Helmets won't motivate us. We're just not cut out for labor. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much cash there is to earn. You're gonna bow our heads. I could never flatter a customer with a coaching voice. It's impossible, Saren. Stop trying to make us work. I think I might have picked one of the worst and longest routes in the game because the other routes look more promising just from what they were showing. Like, there's a murder mystery route, and I kind of want to do that one. That reminds me of Danganronpa, so I might go and do that one next. Danganronpa invented murders. We're never gonna work. 2 months later, they were working. This is basically just slave labor, right? Like, why are they painting this as a good thing? It's that Sharon Ezeki invented the prison industrial complex. Let us take that on. We'll see to see what the job is done. Thank you. I'm going to the site. See you later. The conditions in prison changed drastically. The convicts rented a room in the prison to have an office. They work day and night. Typically, a prisoner cannot leave the premises, but they receive repentance labor permits, allowing them to work. It was a group of specialized professionals. That's what was written on their homepage. Extra large vehicle driver, unique construction designer, dangerous good managers. There are only few such specialists in the world. Prison Temp responded to demand. It developed rapidly, and its CEO was... Miss Ezeki, we did it! With this, we can pay the ministry without loans. Don't rest on those laurels. Rival companies will soon be acting to construct us soon. We'll take precautions. I hired a troubleshooter from the ministry. Bribe the ministry's Fair Trade Commission before the investigation starts. Sarah, the CEO, had the talent to sense danger. That was the key to the company's rapid growth. How do you know what happens next? Can you see the future? I see no future, just laws. You gain something, you lose something. That's how the world was constructed. If you don't want to lose what you gain, you need to give something in advance. She didn't want to oppose the laws, otherwise there would be punishment. She knew that from her own experience. But it would be pointless to care only about it. Evil comes something like a catastrophe. What do you think? About that stupid company, of course. The prisoners are making big money together? You gotta be kidding me, the world is ending. Yeah, this country is over with criminals are so well off. This is weird. How come they be lying as a specialist? What even constitutes a company? They used to be trash. Pray, they didn't fire these fucking guys? They didn't. That would be my first demand if I were Ezeki setting this up. I would fire these guys. This is fraud. It pisses me off. We gotta smash them for the sake of justice. In other words, it was envy. They couldn't bear the thought that people they detested were successful. But if we kill them, we won't be able to drink this fancy booze anymore. Prison guards were getting a lot of donations from Saren's company. Consequently, the standard of their lives greatly improved. They could buy quality liquor. Damn, what do we do? It'd be a pity to lose their cash flow. Pride or money? After thinking it through, they came to a conclusion. Ezeki, give that business to us. They could simply take over the company. That's the conclusion. If you want it that much, I'll give it to you. What? Saren agreed to the transfer of the company with surprising ease. Haha, smarty pants. I can tell you aren't called genius for nothing. Then sign this transfer agreement now and... So what is your offer? If you take something, you need to give something in return. Don't be so cocky. After all, you developed this company through fraud. Fraud? No, the hard work of people is what let it grow. They're impressive. They revolted and now they work. They sacrificed their old lives to gain new ones. Compared to them, you have nothing. You couldn't get good jobs and ended up here. You don't like it here, but you suck, so you drink to escape that sad reality. You have nothing to give, so you only take. Pathetic. Everything she said was true. They didn't want to hear it. And the prisoners... How dare some chick! Look down on me! Saren had connections in the Ministry of Security. They couldn't get rid of her. Despite knowing that, the man couldn't control himself. Enraged, he shot his gun. And when he calmed down, Saren's body was riddled with bullets. She wasn't breathing. What? What have you done? You snuffed Ezuki! We're in it deep now, man! That was her fault for looking down on me. Whatever, dude. Let's get away from here before someone sees us. The guards dashed out of the room. It's fine. She was a prisoner to begin with. They only killed an inmate. What's the big deal? What? They opened the door to see Saren, whose dead body they just left behind. You made a hole in my stomach. Now I need something in return. I lost quite a bit of flesh to your bullets. Give me back its worth. You need to return what you take. The bloody demon raised her hands and drew near. They showered her with bullets thoroughly so that she'd never come back to life again. They had to kill her for certain. Get rid of this monster right here and now. When they ran to the bullets, she closed the door and stood, breathing heavily. Fine, she was a monster anyway. They riddled her with bullets, turning into a pile of disjointed flesh. They did the right thing. They exterminated a monster and regained the peace of Shuto. Give it back! Oh, yikes! What? Oh, they just massacred the abomination. How could she still be alive? We need to return what you've taken. Give it back. Oh, that's disgusting. Please stop zooming in on her face. Give it back. There was nowhere to run. You're plotting something nasty. Don't you know that greed ruins you? We were right to capture them earlier. Capture? Wait, that was all a simulation that they were stuck in? Mizatsuki, what should we do with them? Give them a bottle to embrace and leave them by the dumpster where they belong. Screaming guards were taken out of the room in silence. That was Saren's laboratory. In the center was a high-spec computer. It was surrounded by beds. A helmet lay beside each pillow. With this, the way's clear. So now let's go to our world. Saren put on a helmet and lied down on the bed. Retinal authentication on. Authentication number S0003. Welcome to Kusanagi Cyberspace. We are the founders. Thank you for coming. Saren, who was lying in bed one moment, disappeared to a different dimension. This place is beautiful. As usual, our school, Kusanagi Cyberspace. Yes, the resolution has improved. The physics operate better too. It was a different world, created by Saren. Long ago, this technology used to be called VR, or full dive. The prisoners' minds were converted into avatars. As for what they were doing... It seems like you all are studying diligently. The whole space was a vocational school for the convicts. The AI course that Sarah made from scratch gave them knowledge and skills needed to work, and they could put it to practice immediately. Kusanagi is a perfect vocational school with the best guidance and training. Here, we have 10 times as much time as the real world. Are you having fun with this, watching this, Mel? Or would you rather me stream Overwatch just more regularly? I wanted to play this today, but I'm going to stream Overwatch tomorrow. Hopefully. Depending on if I get my work for my coding class done. Before 2. A bit what? You can spend 10 days here, while only one passed in the real world. In this place, prisoners would undergo training. When they were ready, they would be dispatched as temp workers. This was the mechanism behind the sudden growth of prison temps, created by Saren. What do you mean a bit? Not everything was going smoothly. Stop pissing me off! Prisoners began suddenly arguing. The secretary desperately tried to stop them, but no one availed. I can't focus on the crowd at this rate. Come on, let's go topside. I'll show ya. The prisoners were violent folk. Fistfights and quarrels were an everyday occurrence. For a while, their fights became more brutal, and the business plan experienced a setback. However, help came from the least expected place. What? What? The flag said disciplinary committee. The teachers are guiding us. What the fuck? Damn! Mel hates my streams. My streams are fucking mid. Damn. If you want to go do something else, you can. I'm not forcing you to stay here. I just like having you here, you know? It's up to you, though. I just like having you here, especially because I don't really like this game very much. So, having someone here, so I wouldn't be playing it if there weren't people here to watch. Yeah, but I need to beat it because Danganronpa is what gets me fucking views. They're a necessary evil. And what? He was a charismatic boy known for his ability to keep his peace at the end. When he got angry, no one was able to utter a word of objection, except for one person. Two, no fighting. Dr. Ezuki, good afternoon. You're getting rougher every time I see you. You changed your avatar without permission again. I just improved it a bit. You shouldn't do that. You need my permission to alter your avatar. But my real body's so useless. I gotta use my avatar to gain respect. I'll hear your excuses later. Come to the principal's office. We need to talk. But I was gonna go on a patrol. Hurry up. Be happy, Koo. What? That's a full-ass grown woman. I think. Come after Dakazuki. I'm the leader. Don't do that. I'll lose my respect. It's your fault for breaking the school rules. Now calm down and come with me. Calm down. The leader has to do everything he can to maintain order. No, you need to stay calm. This is bad for your heart, too. Who had been hospitalized with a severe heart condition. He was making full dives to this world straight from his hospital bed. Mental and physical conditions are closely related. You mustn't get so agitated. I told you not to worry. I'll feel better in reality if I get good here. Medicine is a science. Illnesses aren't cured with placebos. But I feel worse when I'm just lying around doing nothing. I pass out with a high pulse. Damn it, I want to get healthy and start working too. He was always like this. When he wasn't asleep, he used all his time to look for something to do. Why are you always so fidgety? Because I have no right to settle down. I can't spend my time quietly. You know I'm a murderer, Doc. Yeah, I know. Q deeply regretted the hit and run he committed in the past. He wanted to help others as a way to repent, but due to his illness, he couldn't work in the real world. That frustration led to extreme and reckless actions. His way of thinking and behaving were hard to understand for normal people. That's exactly why he was so fascinating. He was a true outlaw raised in the street. He had nothing. He was motivated, but he didn't have any special skills. Still, the prisoners followed him. Why was he so popular? Saren didn't know the law of the streets, and if she didn't know something, that meant she had to research it. Ku, you want to atone for your sin, right? If so, help me with my research. Contributing to science is a good deed. Let's do it again. Who are you, Kuotsuki? I grew up on the streets. The road is my fortress. I'm guilty of a hit and run. I'm trash who killed a woman. I'm an abandoned child. My mom died of heart disease. My relatives didn't want me. Every time she asked him a question like a ritual, made him draw and play chess. She is saying into the flowchart depicting his thought pattern. You love other street kids are your family. You love them. On the other side, you have a complex and seek salvation. Thanks to her research, Sharon was almost able to understand his way of thinking. The flowchart was almost done. 99% complete. Ku. Why? Why did he leave the scene of the crime? I think that said, oops. Kuotsuki, a homeless street kid. His father vanished before he was born, but she died from heart disease when she was little. A problem with this route is I think it retells information so often and abandoned in the end. He was alone. To survive, he joined other street kids. Together, they committed petty theft using cars and motorcycles. The self-taught drivers raced all through town. He had earned his comrades' trust. Eventually, he became the leader. He came from nothing, but he had found a new family. That family was more important than anything else. Thanks to her research, Saren understood Ku's past well, but it was not yet 100%. There was just one thing left that she didn't know about him. Ku, will you tell me about your state of mind when you ran away from the accident? I was the leader. If I was arrested, my family would be lost. He didn't seem to be lying, but that's not true. She had come to this conclusion. According to the ministry report, the victim would still be breathing when he ran. She could have been saved had he called an ambulance. Why was Ku so cruel as to leave the poor victim behind? If he'd been so despicable, he wouldn't have been so popular. The members of the disciplinary committee would follow him anywhere. They all loved him dearly. You must have had a reason to leave the victim, a very good one. I told you I didn't. You won't overestimate me, Doc. No, you had one, I'm certain. She was impatient to know. Why is he so obstinate? When she, a real genius, had asked him so many times. Why are you so elusive? What the fuck? What is going on? Not minding the Saren kept her cool. She wanted to know. She wanted to understand everything. Sorry, Doc, I've got patrol. Hey, I'm not done with you. Mel, have you got... Okay. She was always like this. It's okay. The more she tried to get closer to him, the more he would run. How could she make him talk about his past? What could she... I wish I had a time machine. If she had such a device, she could go back in time and observe Ku's life. If you want a time machine, I've heard rumors. They said that heretics invented a machine able to time travel. Yes, I've heard this rumor. Heretics had made a machine capable of reversing time. There had been some gossip in the Shujin Order years ago, but it was impossible. If it really did exist, so did the possibility of going back in time to fix old mistakes. One can't go back to the past. Just then... Right, I should just bring it back. I'll be in the lab for some time. You're in charge. From that day, Saren shut herself in the lab writing a program. She had a reason to hurry. Ku, don't die yet. His body was ravaged by disease. He could die at any moment. According to the doctors, there was nothing else that could be done for him. She wanted to study the nature of Kuotsuki before he vanished, and to make him live forever. But Ku's dead! Ku was dumbfounded. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. That day he made a full dive as usual, but he was in a completely different world. Where was he? Outside the prison. The townscape of Shuten. This street, and that one too. He knew them all. He would have often run through them with his comrades. Stop staring and let's go. Dr. Ezeki, he turned in the direction of the voice to see Saren, and... My bike! Yes, your beloved motorcycle. I recreated it using recordings from surveillance cameras. Ku instinctively clung to the vehicle. He wanted to apologize to it because of the accident. Don't you think this joke is going too far, Doc? It's no joke. I want to ride on the bike with you. Let's ride through your path. You drive. He was sullied with crime. He had no right to ride his beloved bike. But he couldn't resist and climb onto the motorcycle. He should have already forgotten about this town and bike. But the two of them right before his eyes, there was no way he'd pass up a ride. He rode through the city of Shuten, the main alley, back streets. He rode at the same speed he used to in the past. The sound was silent, but Ku could hear many voices. The angry voice of a street vendor. The siren of a police car. The voices of his comrades rang along with him. With every voice, his heart grew closer to the past. The past he tried to forget, that now that so vividly surrounded him. The environment was the key. Saren clung to his back, sensing how he felt. If she wanted to research his past, all she needed to do was take him there. In order to demonstrate that theory, Saren recreated the town from his past within Kusanagi. With this, he was bound to tell her. Now that they shared his past, it was the same as if they'd been friends all along. Secrecy was pointless. Say, Doc, why were you arrested? You want to know my crime? Yeah, you never talk about yourself. I want to know something about you too. Let's share our past. We rode together. We're friends. If she wanted him to speak, she should have offered her past first. So she decided to tell him why she was here, what crime had led her to those chains. I only wanted to pay a debt to Teko Eon, the leader of the Ministry of Science. Even I know that name. Isn't he some kind of prodigy? Yes, he's more gifted than I am, and he has a keen eye. Only he recognized my talent when I was just a rookie scientist. And he appointed me as the deputy in Ryugu, the greatest research lab in history. Her talent fully blossomed when she was allowed to use it in the best research environment. It was all thanks to his choice. Everyone hailed her as she rose to prominence with sheer intellect, a genius of the era. But she wasn't happy. When she was at Ryugu, she'd always be worried about repaying that tremendous debt. Teko Eon gave her everything she had. She needed to return the favor, but it was too huge. What could she do? Finally, she reached a conclusion. I decided to make his dream come true. He wanted to bring back life to the earth, to fill it with living creatures. In theory, we needed to create organisms able to survive in a dead environment. For that sake, she tried forcing the creatures to adapt. She made organisms on land stronger. She made organisms in the sea stronger. She resurrected the dinosaurs and made them stronger. Dinosaurs? You gotta be kidding me. No, it was surprisingly simple. The finest computer provided me with the calculations. Even prodigies have their limits. For instance, the project to bring things back to life was going smoothly. Everyone thought so. They believed that those two could actually succeed. But then, their research had failed in the very last stage. We created a strong organism, but without the ability to reproduce. There's hardly any life outside Shuten. The main cause of the extinction was a loss of ability to reproduce. It applied to plants, animals, and humans. None of the life forms were able to birth offspring, and the cause remained unknown. Even prodigies such as Teko Eon and Saren Izuki couldn't solve this riddle. I advised him to halt the project. Life won't last long if creatures can't reproduce. But he refused to give up. Teko was obsessed with making his dream come true. I'm gonna create it, the ultimate life form, an organism capable of reproduction. The ultimate life form, a living being able to reproduce. Strength lies in numbers. If there were enough living creatures, they wouldn't go extinct easily. But that was just an abstract theory. Saren wanted to make Tekka's dream come true. But it is absolutely impossible to achieve. She found herself stuck between loyalty and reality. She made up her mind. I decided to make it real in a different world. One day, when Tekka was asleep, Saren slipped his helmet on his head. When she did, he was taken away to a new world constructed in the electronic sea. It was covered in vast nature, just like the old Earth. It seemed like a paradise. There's no need to restore Earth anymore. We can make everyone live in the cyber world. With this, Saren extended her hand to Tekka. This should be but you aren't creating real offspring in the cyber world. Are you kidding me? This is fake. This isn't what I promised to make. You seem to have promised someone that he'd revive the Earth, so the cyberspace wouldn't do. A sentiment not befitting a prodigy. Sacrificing oneself to a promise isn't very scientific. It's fine to chase a dream, but I couldn't stand watching him waste his gift. Saren tried to convince him to abandon the project and pilot to bringing Shuten into cyberspace. She is determined to not let Tekka Eon's gift go to waste. As such, Saren Ezuki, you're arrested on charges of subversion. Subversion, but you did nothing wrong. Restoring life was one of the greatest goals of the Shuten Order, and I denied it. She did not resist arrest. It's obvious for those who violate the law to go to jail. What truly hurt her... What a shame, Dr. Ezuki. I can't believe I had to discard you. It was Tekka Eon himself who reported her to the Ministry of Security. Pinned to the floor, Tekka was in shock. Saren was in shock. How could Tekka ever abandon her? At the same time, she knew it was only natural. She and Tekka were incapable of forming a non-transactional relationship. If interests don't align, it's normal to be disposed of. That's why I envy you, Koo. Envy what? I'm a sick, feeble delinquent. There's nothing to envy. You have nothing yet, so you're surrounded by friends. You're extremely popular. That's a relationship based on emotion, where no one cares about benefits. That's why I want to know why someone capable of emotion fled from the scene. He stepped into the side road where the exact spot where the accident occurred. She asked me to let her die there. That night, Koo was riding his motorcycle down a back alley. Suddenly, a woman jumped out in front of him. He braked immediately, but it was too late. Her body thudded onto the dark road. He ran over to where she lay. It hurt. She was coughing blood, but it was still conscious. I'm sorry, let me get you to a hospital. She was about to put her back on his motorcycle, but... No, just let me die. If I don't die, they won't pay the insurance money. She really does live. This really is America. Wow! No way!
Yes, they pay
if you die in an accident. She wanted to pay off a huge debt with that money. They wouldn't pay for someone who committed an obvious suicide for cash. That's why she was waiting there on a road without cameras for a vehicle that would accidentally hit her. That's why you let her die. You did as she wished. But why? What's the point of sacrificing your life to fulfill someone else's wish? She said she had a child, and she was a single mother. All the more you need to live. Let's go to the hospital. No, my child can't live without money. I don't want my child to be cold. I'm homeless, so at least with the money... She was pleading for death while coughing blood. When the blood hit his face, a memory appeared in Ku's mind. Sorry I couldn't buy you anything. Sorry. Uttering those last words, his mother took that regret to her deathbed because she made her son live a life of poverty. Sorry I couldn't leave anything for you. She wanted to leave her son in peace. She didn't want him to live a poor life. She shared the same wish with this woman. The sight of a woman and the last memory of his mother overlap. Before he knew it, he was already on his motorcycle, leaving the woman behind. He wanted to get as far away from possible from that place before he changed his mind. He knew it was the wrong choice. A hit and run was a serious crime. Still, he couldn't bring himself to interfere. She did that hoping for her child's happiness. But I realized something as I was running away. I was relieved. I need to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I realized what makes this game so weak in my eyes, and that's that you already know who the killer is. Like, you already know that the one you picked is the killer. Like, part of the mystery is already solved.
Yeah.
Whatever, eventually I let her die to protect myself. How could I? He had killed someone. He couldn't return to his street family until he washed the blood off his hands. When the Ministry of Security arrested him, Ku didn't resist. He killed the person. It was only natural for him to face the consequences. He killed the person, so he had to be punished. He had to atone. He wanted to atone so badly. Despite this, his heart condition rendered him immobile. He needed to atone, even if as an avatar. Redemption for his sin. I want to go back to them. I want to laugh together again. Understanding 100%. The last piece fell into place and her research was complete. It had been 2 years since Sarah had met Ku and Kusanagi. She researched every possible thing about him. The warm emotion that manifested in her hollow chest proved this. It was warm and it felt nice. This was the truth behind Ku's popularity. Saren finally understood. Thank you. With this, my research on you is completed. How can I repay you? You don't need to. We're chums. We don't care about benefits. No, this isn't about benefits. I'm asking you a favor. My heart tells me to do something for the boy named Ku. Do you think, could you use your doctor power and let me work in Ryukyu? Nothing easier. Are you sure that's all you want? Yeah, I want to see the place you related, and if I work there one day, I might be able to meet Teko Ion. There's something I want to tell him. To go to the prison and make things up with you. What are you saying? I have nothing to do with him anymore. I don't think so. It's not over. If you've really moved on, then why are you crying? Huh? Something warm was streaming down from her cheeks. The first time she ever cried. She wanted to meet Teko again so badly. That's what her heart said. None of that tough. In prison, you kept improving yourself in order to meet him again. I kind of felt it. You were looking elsewhere when talking to me. Good to know. Self-improvement. Did she do that? Did she incite a rebellion at the largest prison in the country for Teko? Saren didn't understand her own feelings. Her heart and brain were in sync. But what should I say when I meet him? I can't speak frankly. That's my part. I'll be your wingman. You only need to talk. He isn't so naive. Listen to me. Stay away from him. If you get too close, he'll use you till you're useless to him. I'm not a weakling. I've got my skills from the streets. The dog can taste my fists. Just be safe. I don't know what I'd do if something happened to you. Oh shit! Ku put his hand to his chest. Suddenly, then the forced logout screen appeared. His worn-out heart had reached his limit. Hang in there! Saren extended her arms as if to embrace him. And in the next moment, Ku vanished from Kusanagi. What? A boy named Kuotsuki died. I blurred out. Izaki seems to show significant distress. You knew him, just like I thought. Despite being just a prisoner, Kuotsuki knew Izaki well alive. I suspected they knew each other. Kuotsuki helped me with my research. As a scientist and subject? I bet that's not all. If their relationship stopped at that, Izaki wouldn't be so distraught. Finally, I found something to negotiate with. Don't you want to know how Kuotsuki died? How he fought the heretics? Even with the bait dangling before her, Izaki remained silent. I want to... Fine, I'll talk. You can just listen. Yesterday evening, terrorists broke into the underground. I was in my lab above and teamed up with Kuotsuki. I tell her everything honestly. How I deceived Ku with my silver tongue. How I fed his comrades to the dinosaurs. How, even after all that, he helped solve the incident. How his efforts revealed the enemy's true identity as Pure Land. How, thanks to him, my partner robot achieved great growth. How he sacrificed himself to save my companions in his place. And how he finally died, exhausted. Ku kept saying that he wanted to atone. That's why he fought the terrorists. Destroying the terrorists and saving the world. That was his final wish. So Izaki, can you help me fulfill Kuotsuki's final wish? I was getting ready to say how I wanted to repay Ku, who sacrificed himself. Something to change. I became speechless. I can't believe my eyes. That Saren Ezaki had tears streaming down her face. Ku, you did your best, huh? So brave against the terrorists. That's so great. You're great, Ku. You really did your best. The genius cries like a normal girl in front of me. This is not the Ezaki I know. It seems she's changed greatly during these years in prison. What changed her? Could it be Kuotsuki? Izaki continued crying for a few minutes and spoke as she thought. Fine, I'll help you just this once. If that is Ku's wish, I owe him a debt I can never repay. A debt of letting me feel with my heart. What a fantastic move, Kuotsuki. Making Ezaki feel something like that is no small feat. The shooting order is saved. At the founder's head of my lab, you want me to recreate the founder's personality in digital space, right? Right, we need to hear directly from the founder. We need to get Yata's reboot code before it comes to a stop. We must hurry, for Arale too, he's still fighting by himself underground. And so I succeeded in getting Saren Ezaki out of prison. The problem is, compared to other visual novels, this game does nothing to set itself apart. By tackling so many different gameplay styles, it doesn't have time to develop any, and just doesn't do anything to set itself apart. Like the crass nature of AI Somnium files or stuff like that. However, this is unbearably awkward. I watch, standing behind Ezaki as she works on my computer. Ezaki and I were never close, plus I feel guilty for having her sent to prison. There's no way a conversation can flow. I knew it would turn out like this. That's the only reason I called Ray to come up. Why isn't he here yet? What's taking that idiot so long? Ray Shimobe, where are you? Oh, Mr. Teko, I'm just on my way now. Stop dawdling and get here. So awkward with just the two of us. The two of us? Did you get Dr. Ezaki up here? Yeah, she's in my lab. You gotta hurry. It's ready. Put on this helmet. I hastily ended the call with Ray and followed Ezaki's instruction. I put on the full-face device Ezaki gave me, and in the very next moment... Welcome, Teko Eon. Welcome to Kusanagi Cyberspace. We are honored by your visit. In a blink of an eye, a place like the Earth of the past. It looks like your full dive is working. Any discomfort in your avatar's body? Nothing at all. It feels as though I'm really here. It's real. The next reality created to fulfill your dream. Ezuki developed this technology for me to fill the Earth with life again. Ezuki created a space similar to the Earth of the past, and yet I brushed her off. What's even more, I banished her from Ryugu, sending her to prison. At that time, I thought I had no choice but to cut her off. But now, Ezuki, when this case is over, could you return to Ryugu? There's no way for that to work. I'm a criminal. I'll request a pardon. I'll negotiate to erase your crimes. Even if I return to Ryugu, we'll just clash again. Our fundamental beliefs don't align. Indeed, we are like water and oil, but that's why I want you here. Repeated clashes with foreign elements can make us grow. I learned that recently. Wait! This is Neku! He's Neku! Wait! I like him now! That put things into perspective! Pawns aren't so worthless after all. Ray and Q taught me that. Then we need to settle the past. Then we'll talk. You're right. If I'll face everything I've discarded, one step at a time. Could you import the Founder's consciousness? Synchronizing, switching to Sanctuary mode. The ritual to revive the Founder. The Founder will be appearing soon. When she descends, the space will be isolated, preventing any external observation. You can converse freely without any worry of hacking. Thank you, everything. Thank Ku. Have a good reunion. The world fills with white light. The swirling together, gathering at one point, and eventually... the Founder's figure... The Founder's sleeping, leaning against a large tree. Her sleeping face reminds me of that of a delicate young girl. A miraculous sight. Myself, Rei, Ku, Arali, and Ezuki, a complex and intertwined story finally led to the Founder's revival. The Founder stirs and opens her eyes gently. They don't know. It's so beautiful here. It's like paradise. She's still half asleep. Her speech feels slower than when she was alive. Ooh, animals. There's a cute rabbit hopping and a panda and... Keko's here too, right beside me. I'm so happy. It's been a while since you were next to me. Is this a dream? Yes, as you guessed. Unfortunately, it's all a dream. Even you. Yeah, I thought so. Seems like a dream only happens in dreams. My head's fuzzy, but I can kind of understand that this is alive, some kind. Well, I died, didn't I? Oh? The moment those words left the Founder's mouth, I almost fell to my knees. Do you remember anything about your death? No, nothing. I don't even remember when I died. I see. I'm glad she doesn't remember the pain of the body being cut apart, but there's no time for sentiment. Waking your consciousness was necessary. An emergency event occurred. If we don't act, Yata will stop. Yata's stopping? That's serious. Yes, it's quite urgent. We need to restart it immediately, but only if you know the code. Code? That's simple. I left a hint, didn't I? It's a riddle you can solve, since you're the one who made me sad. Made you sad? That day, the last night we talked in the cathedral. That's right. That night I called the Founder to the cathedral to say those awful words. Then the reboot code is... Well, it doesn't matter if you figure it out. A strong impact to my head. My vision goes black. An eternal dream, Teko. Just you and me. What? Why the fuck did the founder want that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did you say Lamau? I missed that. Okay, this is the same as last time. Yeah, hi. I have a question, Los Angels. Look into my own dead head. Please find the elimination code at all costs. It's something else entirely. We need to know where it is to stop the end of Shuten. The elimination code is a sealed power of God. Only the founder knew where it was. If that raw power were to fall in the wrong hands, it would destroy the world. That's why we need to find it. I don't trust you. The air is heavy, so I'm gonna suffocate. It really is just that awkward. Alright, let's hurry up. Yumaru, Mikotoru. I forced my exhausted body to run through the forest. Soon, the battle will be over. Pure Land has been wiped out. All that remains is to reboot Yata. Look, I see Ryugu! Hurry, Teko Leon's lab is on the top floor! Phew, we're almost there. Our battle was pushing us deeper and deeper underground. And it sucks, because I like this art style. I like the dark outlines and, like, the tear-out pages. I think that's cool. What? I lost my voice. We arrive in Teko Eon's laboratory only for someone to fire. A mysterious girl had fired the gun. Who is this girl? Why is she firing a gun? I'd asked the angels for advice, but she disappeared. Hello, Rei Shimabe. You got here quicker than expected. I'm San Ezuki. Ezuki. Dr. Ezuki! I didn't know she was a woman. Well, regardless of that, how do I interpret this situation? In front of me is a girl with a gun, San Ezuki. Teko Eon is sleeping in the corner with a helmet on, and San Ezuki shot my head. Because we don't need it anymore. Don't need it? Yes. It was bait to lead Teko Eon into cyberspace. Despite all this commotion, Teko Eon isn't waking up. He's never waking up. Even the greatest genius in history was fooled so easily. Why? I can't comprehend what I see. San Ezuki, what are you? Don't you see? I'm the one behind this. What? I hear a voice. One I never thought I'd hear again. It was very clear, as if he had come back to life. What?
空耳じゃないぜ、レイさん。
You aren't hearing things right. I'm right in front of you. The eyes are different colors. This is
クー君と
just like
同
Ku.
じ。
Not just the eyes, but the facial structure too. And the scar on his hand. And the guns he used. Everything this is the same as Ku. Are you really Ku?
なの
What the fuck? Yeah. The person in front of me nodded while speaking in two different voices. I am the very Ku of Tsuki who traversed the underground with you.
大月クーだ。
What do you mean? Having logged out of Kusanagi, Saren ran down the hall. She was heading for the prison hospital. That was where Ku had been hospitalized. Several minutes had already passed since his heart stopped.
ダメよクー君まだ死ん
She
じゃ
had to. She couldn't lose him. Not Kuotsuki. But what she saw when she reached that ward. What?
19時32分
Oh, time of death, 1932. He has red hair? I like twists like this. I think twists like this are great. Are funny as hell. Are cool as hell. But how is that even possible?
クー君
I really do like the story of this game. I think it's really well made. And the girl there had purple. Did they fuse? Died, fuse, or died? It's that one meme.
最善を尽くしたのですが、もはや
No. Who didn't even in?
心中
He was already
を
dead.
します。
I'm sorry, it must have been distressing not to have not been present at his passing. But he is grateful to you until the very end, so please do not feel regret.
間に合ったのね
Glad that I made it in time. What? A gunshot reverberated through the room. The doctor slumped to the floor, dead. 3 consecutive shots rang out as Saren shot the doctor again and again. She wanted to ensure that no one would see what she was about to do. And now, with a secure room, she pulled the cloth from Ku's face. She saw the face of an innocent boy. He didn't resemble his avatar in the slightest. It was a completely different person. Ew! What the fuck are you
最後は大
doing?
丈夫みたいね
It's fresh enough. I'm glad I made it in
本
time.
当に間に合ってよかった
It was equivalent to having his ID. In her left hand, she held a nerve chip. Thanks to her research, she had almost perfectly created Ku's personality. Thank you for helping with my research. I'll let you use my heart in return.
まずは素材を用意して
First, I need to prepare the materials. You implanted her into your brain?
片方の眼球を入れ替
Replace this eyeball.
えうなじから脳にチッ
And
プを
when I
差し
insert
込
the
め
chip
ば
through the nape... What the fuck?
ほら
There we go, the brand new
新たな大
Kuotsuki.
月空の出来上がり
By replacing her eyeball, she obtained Ku's biological ID. Inserting the nerve chip allowed her to obtain his personality.
大月空のスタートよ。
Phase 2, Kuotsuki begins. Wake up,
起き
Ku,
なさい
you're
空
discharged.
君。退院の時間よ。
In the prison record, Saren died that day in an accident. On the same day, the prisoner left the hospital. What the fuck? That's why she was in his head in, like, the different endings back earlier. That's disgusting, dude. But that's why she was there. Oh, why am I here?
なんで俺
Kuotsuki was standing in the prison hall. He couldn't remember why I was here. He was dizzy, but gradually he began to remember.
俺
He was cured thanks to the latest medical treatment. He was discharged and was now heading to work. He was dispatched to Ryugu, the lab where Saren used to work.
恐竜のいる場所か
They have dinosaurs there! Dope! This is gonna be the best job ever!
しゃ働
With
く
his
ぜ
healthy body, he was ready to work. He had no idea what awaited him, but he was sure he would figure out once he started working.
すぐ
My
の
path
道
to
が
atonement! You had no idea while clinging to that dream, he himself was also dreaming. What do you mean? The beginning. Who was ordered to switch? What the fuck is going on?
変わりなさい空君。
Ku, switch with me. Yesterday at about 3 a.m., I suspended Kuotsuki's personality and rose to the surface of his consciousness. I dug out the communication device I had buried in the warehouse to contact my comrades outside.
すでに包囲は完了だ。あんたが突入を指示してくれたら、そういう
She planned this? She planned Ryugu being attacked?
そう。
Good, then in
では
5
5分
minutes.
後に突入を。
You can't let Teko-Eon be made aware until all are underground.
この日のために散々訓練を重ねてきたんだ。
エレベーターで地下に降りたら
All tunnels need to be
経路
blown
は
after
警
you
備
go
省
down
と
the
イオン
elevator.
テコが
Keeping
地下
security
に
and
入り込めな
Teko-Eon
い状
from
況を
getting
作
here
り
is
出
the
すの
core of the
が
plan.
この作戦の肝なの。
その辺も抜かりはねえよ。これさえやれば、どんな
The plural? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Forcibly reviving the dead by making them plural in their body. Wait, that's kind of what... That's kind of Chara... No, I'm kidding. Chara-esque if they were toxic and fucked up. I'm sorry, that was stupid. I'm sorry. That's like a good horror though. Like, it would be heartbreaking, obviously. I love Trust with all my heart. Seeing them sad hurts me. Okay. If you're sure. There are uncountable people that loathe Tekoion in this country. I freed few of them by funding and providing the weapons for terror.
地下の封鎖が済んだら各所に仕掛けておいたバーサ
After you
ー
seal up the
私の
basement,
方
I'll
で
start
起
up
動
all
し
the
ておく
berserkers. The sound these cubes emit affects the nerve chips embedded in animals, overriding a command.
一斉に動物
They'll
が
be
凶
all
暴化する
stimulated
か
and go into a frenzy. Be careful not to fall victim to them.
ゲノムを改変された生物兵でもよ
But we live to clean in their filthy
ら動
existence.
物は地下を守
The
る
animals
最
are
強
the
の門
toughest
だ
gatekeepers there. If they go crazy,
他のセキュリティ
Ryugu
に
will
つ
be
いて
wide
も問
open.
題ないわ
All other security measures are nothing.
すでに地下の警備室
I've
を
already wiped out
全
the
滅させておい
security
たから
ring here. Without them, security robots can't do too much. As chaos breaks out, they should malfunction.
あなたたちを邪魔す
Nothing
る
will
もの
stand
は
in
何
your
もない
way. Head for the deepest areas.
ただヤタの元にたどり着いたら
If you get to Yata, then blow it up,
もしく
or
はポートにキーを差し
if you
込め
put the
ば
key
ヤ
in the
タは
port,
機能を
we
停
win.
止して終点
Yata
強
will
国
stop
は絶
working,
滅
and
を
Shooting
跳ね
will be
返す
able
こ
to
とが
stop
で
the
きなくな
end.
るわ
It doesn't matter how, as long as Yata is halted. The plan can be altered on the go.
万事了解
All clear. Thank you, Professor
あんたが
Exaki.
同志になってく
If
れ
you
な
hadn't
かった
become one of
ら
us, we would have ended up as a sign-holding protest group. And now we're servants of justice to wipe out shooting. We'll do it. We'll clean up all the filth and make Earth pure again. They call me one of them. I suppose in some way that's true. We do at some point want the same thing, but the destination is different. Their goal is to end the Shoot in Order. My dream doesn't end there. Why does Ezeki want to end the Shoot in Order? And why is Ku just letting them do this? My work is done. If I were to go any more with Sarah and Ezeki, people could get suspicious. So,
戻りなさい
Ku, come
ク
back.
ーク
Then your sacrifice was for nothing.
嘘だ
It can't be. You're Ku. He was trying to
信
right
じら
his
れないでし
wrong.
ょ
Scary,
それこそ
isn't it? But that's the
自
power
然
of
と他人の
Kurotsuki.
懐に入り
He's
込み
naturally able to
信
win over your
頼を勝ち
heart.
取る天然の人たらしリュウグウの職員も警
Not
備員
even
も
the staff of
イオ
Ryugu,
ン
the
どこで
security
さえ
guards, or even
おかげで
Tekoion
私は
suspected
着々
Kurotsuki.
と
It's
純
thanks to
人
them
望
I could
豊かな
repair.
トロイの木馬
The admirable
私にとって
Trojan
大
horse.
月空という人
For me, the
格は
persona of
敵陣
Kurotsuki
に
is a
入り
mere
込むため
infiltration
のツー
tool.
ル
This girl hiding in Ku led the heretics to us?
だったらどうして
Then why did Ku chase after the
私と
heretics
一緒
with
に
me?
京都を追いかけてくれたんですか
Kurotsuki definitely chased after the terrorists. She's just putting out her own
そこは
fires.
私の唯一のミス
That was my only mistake, my
私の
reading
読
of
みでは大
Kurotsuki.
月空は資材倉庫
He was
でこの
supposed to get
騒
through
動
this
を呼び過ご
commotion in
す
the
はずだった
warehouse. He'd survive and return to his family on
生
the
き残って
street.
路上の家族の元に帰るよ
Ku's morality made him jump out of the warehouse. He saved us. And he even sacrificed his own life, or so I thought.
あの時はさすがに危
That
な
was
かった
dangerous,
わ
but just in time I
私
managed
は
to
海
regain
を
control of the
泳
body.
いでなんとか浜辺にエリ
Then
ア
I
8
finally
の
swam
隠し
to
部屋に残さ
land.
れていた
I
脱
then
出スポ
borrowed one of
ッ
the
ト
escape
を
pods.
お先に一つ
Oh,
返したというわけ
Then Sarah and Ezeki returned to the prison and reunited with Tekoion. Then she returned to Ryugu as Sarah and Ezeki. Tekoion is now in trapped in cyberspace and is stopping Yata from rebooting. But why would she go to
あなた
such?
は
Why do
どう
you
して
hate the
そうまでし
shoot
て
and
屋
order
台
so
を破
much?
壊しようと。そ
Sir
ん
and
なに
Ezekiel
終
spent
点
all
強
this
国
time and
が
effort
憎
just
い
to
んです
destroy
か？
Shuten.
いいえ私
No,
は
I
ただ
just wanted to return the favor.
恩返し？
How does destroying the world
私
returning
は
a
かつ
favor?
てイオンテコによってその限りなく大きな恩を
I wanted to repay that immense debt of gratitude I owed him, but then
彼は私のプレ
he,
ゼント
he
した
wouldn't
電脳
accept my
世界
gift
を
in
受け取っ
cyberspace.
て
He
く
said
れ
he
なかった
prefers the
わ
real world.
リアルの方が私にとって
Giving back is everything for me. I couldn't allow him to refuse my
滅ぼす
gift,
こ
so
と
I
にした
decided to
リアル
destroy
が消えれ
Shuten.
ば電脳
If
世
the
界
real
に
world
移り住む
disappears,
し
you'll
か
have
な
no
くなるで
choice
しょ
but to accept cyberspace, right? To accept her repayment? She did all this for that? Costing the lives of countless people. Playing with the life of Kuotsuki. And destroying the entire world.
さあ
Phase
ヤ
6,
ダが
when
止まれば
starts
いよ
when
いよ
Yata
滅
stops,
び
the
かけたこ
creation
の
of the
地
heaven
球を
and
生
earth.
贄に
You
捧
will
げ
sacrifice this
我
decaying
々
earth
は
to
ある
open
イオ
up
ン
a
テ
new
コは創
horizon.
世神に
Keko Eon will become a god, and I will be his partner. Together we will rule the world forever. She really will end the
お
world.
前だけは
I will never ever, even if she
許さない。
looks like Ku,
し
ever
なさ
forgive
い野暮な
you.
真似は
Don't be dumb now.
Dexter,
Better decide
Anata.
with me than oppose me.
Watashi no
I'll let you
dennou
join my
sekai wo
cyberspace
otoari desu.
too.
いいの
If you
この
become a
誘い
part
を
of my
断って
world,
もしも私の大月空
You
と
could
再
reunite
会する
with
ことだってできるの
Kuotsuki.
にあなたの知っている大月空は
the Kuotsuki
元来
Ino
囲碁
only
の
exists
チッ
as a
プが健在である
consciousness. As long
限
as this chip is intact, it
何度だ
can
って
be
さ
reborn as many times as necessary. How could I refuse? I'd give anything to see him again. No, no matter how much I want to see Ku, if I
お
join
前の手
you,
を取ったりした
姉さんはすげえまさに正義の味
私は
I'd be betraying
空君を
Ku.
裏切ること
Ku
にな
would
る
call a no-name like me a champion of justice. He believes in me, so I will never
どの
join you.
道お前を
And
倒せばその
if
チ
I
ップ
beat you,
は
I'll get that chip anyway.
残念
Well, that's too bad then. An oddball like you would have been a good
あなたのような変わり
fit
種
for the new
も
world.
新世界に欲しかったのに
Just you wait, Ku. As soon as the power of God destroys Sarah and Ezekiel, I don't know what happened. I can't comprehend it. The power of God activated, but it blasted away not Sarah and Ezekiel, but the chip.
そんなど
I had
う
a
して
clear shot at
どう
Sarah and
して
Ezekiel's
神の
dead,
力が
and yet, why would the power of God aim for kill?
大層なも
The
の
power of
ね
God, that's a bold name. That name is really just hacking,
神
right?
の力が
The power of God is hacking? That can't be true. The power of God is a supernatural miracle. We are in a virtual world! God has helped me with so many
とて
miracles.
も高度な P2P ア
It's a
ーキテ
highly
クチャ
advanced P2P
そ
architecture.
の国
Anyone
ま
can
であなた
utilize it
が
with
地下で
patience.
恐竜やサメを
You were able
操
to
ること
control
ができたの
dinosaurs
も
and sharks by hacking
脳
their
のチ
brain
ップを
chips.
ハックして本当に
It's
素
an
晴ら
incredible
しいスキル
skill. Even I
真っ
wouldn't
向
want to
正
go
面
against
から
it.
抗
That's
うの
why
に私でも分が悪い大月空のチ
I
ッ
made
プあなたが
Kuotsuki's
私
chip a
にその
detour.
力を使っ
If
た
you use
ら
that power on me, his
代
chip
わり
would
に
break
チップが
instead.
壊れるように
Hey,
共に旅した
how does it
男
feel to have killed your
大月
friend?
空は少々老いた
Kuotsuki
が
went
過
too
ぎ
far. He used my body as
私
he
のこ
pleases
の
and
貸し
nearly
は
killed me.
きっちり回収しなく
So,
てはいけ
so I
ないと
had to
思っ
pay
て
him
いた
back for this. So I made you kill him. Killed by his
レイ
beloved
さんの手
Ray.
で
What have I done?
そんなに青ざめ
No
なく
need
て
to
も
be
大丈夫
disheartened,
よ
Ray.
レイさんあなたもす
You
ぐ
will soon
に
be joining
同
him.
じところに送ってあげ
I
る
didn't even consider it. I couldn't do what he wanted. In fact, I finished him off. I'm an irredeemable fool who deserves this. I give up all hope and close my eyes, not resisting, just awaiting the
レイ
end.
さん
What the fuck? That's the lock? That time, when I was sinking to the bottom of the ocean, I lost everything.
あなたの物語はもうおしまい。
I became nothing, not even knowing who I was. How did you make the chip a decoy? My will to fight is gone. I accepted my destruction. How is the power of God hacking if we exploded that guy's brain the one time?
嘘ついたら針千本のマス。
That kept me tied to this world. Focusing on that pinky, I was being brought back. Who am I? Kuotsuki. What am I? A hit-and-run scumbag. Why am I alive? Well, this is obvious. To help the person who hugged this pathetic criminal and saved my soul. Kuotsuki's right here. Keep going. Don't give up. I ain't dying here. I give my all to reach the surface for Rei's sake. That's Kuotsuki's atonement! Where am I? As my face bursts through the surface, I find myself in darkness. All darkness. There's no one. No sound. What is this place? A hidden area in Ryugu? I was in Area 8. Just then... A sharp pain runs through my head. A whole avalanche of information. That's right. I'm not the real Kuotsuki. The real me died from heart disease long ago. The genius made a personality just like the original Kuotsuki and installed it in me. I'm disgusted to think that was my first love. Professor Eze... You... What?! Excuse me?! She destroyed everything. She did one unbelievable act of evil after another, and now... she's trying to kill Rei.
Rei-san.
I scream from within as loud as I can. Kill Rei. I will never let that happen. I swore that... It doesn't matter who it is. I will kill you! I'll burn my soul, give everything. Anyone who hurts him. I'll kill you all! What? I take back control and point the barrel at me, at Professor Ezeki's heart. How are you still here? I took the chip out. The chip? That machine is not me. The chip might have given birth to the fake Kuotsuki, but... You failed, Professor. Making a copy of my soul was your biggest mistake. The soul is in the heart, and my soul now lives on inside of this heart of yours. You left an information recording medium cached for my heart? I can't let my plan be ruined by some ghost. I don't care if I'm a ghost or leftover scrap. I only have one thing left keeping me going. I'll protect Rei and save the world. That's all. Wait, stop. Let's make a deal. If you help me, I'll bring you back with Kusanagi. You know I always pay my debt. I'll give you eternal bliss. If you think I want that, then you're no genius. You're a dumbass. I know something even greater. Something better than eternal bliss. I'll let you in on it, since your sad self only knows happiness through contract. I'll show you true eternity. It won't go out no matter how many times I die. My blazing soul! The second her heart is her own shot by her own hand, I feel her presence leave this body. I find myself looking up at the ceiling. I don't have the strength to move. I'm pretty confident in my ability to fight at death's door, but there's no getting out of this. I've died so many times, it's relieving to get it over with. There's a gaping hole in my heart, but I'm filled with a sense of accomplishment. I was able to help Rei. That's more than enough for me. That's enough, but... Who are you in there? Why are you always sacrificing yourself for me?
自分を
レイさんに
I get to breathe my last with Ray. That's a hell of a bonus. That's the best way to go. It's kind of a waste on scum like me.
なんで君はいつも私
Why?
のこと
Why always me? The tears streaming from his face warmed my exhausted soul.
クーくん何か言い残したいことはない
Just one last thing I'd ask him.
素顔
I want to see his face under the mask. It must be a kind and attractive face. You! I've seen this face all over town. No doubt about it. This person is the founder of the Shooting Order. The founder called my
終点教
pathetic
団教
name.
祖の名のもとに
In the
あ
name
な
of
た
the
の
founder
罪
of
を
the
許
Shooting
し
Order,
決し
I
て己
forgive
の
your
罪
sins.
から逃げず
Never running from your sins,
泥に
not
ま
for
みれても決して
seeking
牢
redemption.
獄
Your
から
soul was
解ける
cleansed,
何
and you're
者
free
も
from your prison.
あなたを
Nothing can
縛
hold
る
you
ことは
now.
できません
Have
よく
eternal
頑張った
freedom.
ねクーくん
You did well, Ku. Go back to your family. The highest person in the country took off his mask and showed himself to me. I want to die with joy overflowing me, but I have one last thing to do. If Ray is the founder,
レイさん
Ray,
あなた
that,
が教祖ならあのデバイ
if
ス
you're the founder,
全の世界
use that device on the cyberspace.
イオン所長が
Director Eon is in
必
there.
ずテ
Help
コさんも
him.
救い出すよ
I'll save Teko. It's my turn now. Leave it to
俺
me.
もついてい
I want to go
生き
with
て
you, but I'm done.
離れていたって
No, we'll always
私
be
たちはい
together.
つだって一
Always.
緒だよ私たちの魂は
Aww.
小指と小指で結びついているからね
That's relieving. I relax as my vision fades, with my eyelids never to open again. But I wasn't afraid. My soul is linked with Ray's. Plus, these guys are all with me.
たく
How long were you gonna make us wait?
がどんだけ待ったと
Haha, my
悪い
bad.
ちょっと
I laugh and
恐
run
竜
to my
に乗って
family.
旅してたんだよ
I wanted an adventure, riding a dinosaur. Who do you think I was with?
とっとと行くぞ
What do you want about? Come on, let's go. Come on, man, get it together, Ace. We need you.
任せろやお前らは全員俺が守ってやるからな
I get on my trusty bike and ride off with my friends. I'm free to go anywhere because my very soul is with Ray. Aww. That's sweet. I like this story. I like Ku. It's just that the gameplay is literally just pressing the A button. She established Shuton. The absolute leader, the founder. Competent ministers to support people who worship the founder. With these three pillars uniquely joining hands, we built a uniquely peaceful nation. I established Ryugun focus on research. My goal is to fill the Earth, now in its ancient period, with life, to make the Earth a happy planet again. However, I fell into a severe slump. I had no motivation. This was equivalent to death for a researcher. My ideal research environment was going to waste. I was fulfilled. Shuzen had everything my past self desired. A peaceful nation without conflict. And above all, trustworthy friends right beside me. Friends just a step away. Friends I could meet anytime and talk with until dawn. And my longest standing friend, an ally with whom I built the nation. My soul was already fulfilled. It's no wonder my hunger was gone. Once satiated in the present, one can't move on to the next life. At this rate, I wouldn't...
お願いテコ地球をまた幸
I
せの
wouldn't be
星
able to
にし
keep
て
my promise. That's unacceptable. Her order means everything to me. So I made a decision. I destroyed perfection with my own 2 hands.
今後
From now on,
僕を
don't
友
consider
人
me
だ
as
と
a
は思わ
friend.
ないでほしい
That night, 25 years ago, I called to the founder and it ended our friendship.
せめて理由を聞かせ
Can
て
you
よ
at least tell me why? Why did these guys have ties with me? When damaged though, the river gets murky since the flow is blocked.
簡単な比喩だよ
To restore the flow, you have to put a hole in the dam.
ダムに穴を開け
To
なくて
break
は
the
いけない
stagnation and
って
fulfill her
話
dreams,
よく言う
I
から
will now take away what you
長き
value
になる
most.
んだ
My longest standing
君と
friendship
の友
with
情
you. Since then, I only talked to her when absolutely necessary. Our smooth, harmonious world broke apart like China, and then, as planned, I regained my motivation. Though I did face many troubles along the way, I'm getting close to completing my research. Just wait for me, Founder. Soon, I will tell you soon. I'll fulfill my promise. Perhaps this was self-satisfaction all along. I mistook means for an end somewhere. I started my research to make you happy, but I made you sad in the end. Those priorities aren't aligned. That's why it's natural for you to resent me. I'm sorry, I'm a plague. It's my fault you
ご
died.
めんなさい
言ったろ
Like I
君を
told
憎
you,
むこ
there's
と
no
は
way
な
I
いっ
could
て
hate you. Hearing her voice, I opened my eyes, and there was Rei Shimabe with his kind smile. No, it's not him. This isn't Rei Shimabe. It's his body, but this
誰よ
feels
り
like
も己を殺し
who sacrificed himself
誰よりも
more than
私を
anyone?
思
Who
い
thought of me
自ら
more
の
than
全てを
anyone?
投げ
You
打って
gave everything up to make me
私
happy.
を幸せにしてくれた優しい
My
手
former
か
friend disguised as
私はいつ
Rei.
も願ってる今度は
I
テ
always
コが
hoped that,
自分自
that
身
you
の
pursue
幸
your
せ
own
を
happiness.
僕を
I must say
君に
something, but I'm too flustered to say anything properly.
テコ約束
Tekka,
と
you
か
need to walk your own
責任な
path.
んてどう
Promises
だ
and
っていい
responsibilities don't matter.
自分が
Choose what
一
makes
番
you
幸せ
happiest.
だと思える選択を
The founder, seeing how I'm struggling with my words, smiles at me once more. She speaks her final words.
そうあれかし
And so be it. In the dream, I'm standing in ruins. I look around and give it. I went all this way to inspect a potential site. The houses are rotting from the foundation and from exposure to bad wind. Not a single blade of grass grows here. No wonder they abandoned the city. It's ruled by death. We wanted to build a country here. Geographically, the area is definitely the best, but it's completely polluted.
どうしたもんかな
What do we do? The building could be reused if we reinforce it, but it will rot again regardless. Pollution is obstructing our progress. The whole world, so to speak, is an enemy of the Shuten Order. Annihilation from all directions. And then suddenly I have an idea. I
全
see.
てを
In
拒
which
めば
case,
い
we
いだ
just
け
need to
の話
reject
じゃないか
everything. If the world is rejecting us, then we need to say goodbye. We will go to Amano Iwato.
いつまでのんきに
How
寝て
long
る
are
つ
you
もり
gonna
だ
sleep for? Get up!
さ
The sound of yelling wakes me up. What I see is the exact opposite of my dream. Is this Ryugu? No, Ryugu is a lot
そう
smaller.
だ
This must be cyberspace. I dove into cyberspace with the device on the founder's head. Yes, it's all to save someone. Tekka, we meet at last! This is the man who guided us, a disembodied voice.
しもべれ
Is it you? Are you Rei Shimabe?
はい
Yes, that's
私が
me.
確かに君はしも
You
べ
definitely look and act like her, more right?
そのとぼけた
Alright.
間抜け面は
That dumb look on your
しもべ
face
でし
can
か
only be Rei
そうか
Shimabe. I see, I
なる
see.
ほどね
He's rude, but now's not the time
そ
to
うだ
fight.
状況を
The
共有して
situation
お
right
きます
now.
ね
Dr. Ezekai betrayed us.
すべての
She's the
黒幕
mastermind
は
behind
あの人で
everything. and how Ku thwarted her too.
江崎が黒幕
So
か
Ezuki is a mastermind. I guess as much. It's only natural she'd hold a grudge against you.
僕はあいつに本当は薄々
I had a
感
hunch
づ
that
いて
Ezuki was
僕
up
の
to
頭脳
something.
と
She's the only
渡り合
person
い
whose genius rivals mine, and
僕は
yet
その可能性から目をそらし
I
た
looked the other way. I wanted to retrieve what I missed
一
in
度
life.
失ったものは
What's
取り戻
lost,
せない
once lost can never be recovered. Yes, that's the absolute rule. It should be impossible to
So-
reverse if true.
ところで君はこの電脳世
By the
界
way,
につ
what do you
いて
think about the cyberspace?
ここですか？
This place is also beautiful, but I remember reality. The bunny lying on the Yugu grassland was cute. I see,
まあ
I knew you'd
僕
say
もリ
that.
アルの方が
I also
生命
prefer
にしろ大
reality.
地にしろ
Whether it be life on
あ
Earth,
の手触りは
electrons cannot
やはり
recreate
電
that
子では
feeling.
諦め
We
きれ
can't
る
give
はず
up.
取り戻
It's
した
our home.
あい
I
つ
want
は
to get it and give it a happy
いいの
planet full of life. In the sentimental real world, speaking of the Earth,
てか
Keko,
さん、
how did the founder establish
教
shooting?
祖はどうやって終点峡谷を建国したんです？教祖が終点峡谷を建国するとき、
Founded the shooting
あ
order.
んな状態から
How
ど
could
う
she
やって
rebuild the city from that
町を再
scene?
建させたんですか？
それは終点橋の根幹
It's a
をな
top
すと
secret of the
しと
shooting order.
言
I
いたい
can't
け
tell
ど
you,
まあ
or
気に
so
な
I'd
ら話して
say.
やっても
I
いい
suppose I can tell you as thanks for coming to save
Oh.
me.
どうも。
I have a feeling there's some hidden
端
meaning
的
in those
に言お
words.
う
We bid farewell to the
僕らは
old
建国
world
時
when we founded
あの
Shuten.
探偵
文字通りの意味だよ
I mean,
この
literally,
国
this
は
country
要
is...
するに
こらーお前ら何をのんびりしているだりか
You little bitch, Orale!
あられ
この短
Quickly,
時間
wake up! What time do you think it
何
is?
を寝ぼけ今は1
It's
月
January
4日の
4th
深
midnight right now. It's
嘘
still 3 p.m. on the
私が
3rd
ここ
when I
にフル
came
ダイブし
here.
た時はまだ
やられた
Izaki has accelerated the internal time. Minutes for us are hours
どうして
outside.
そんな
僕を浦島太郎
She
にする
wants
た
me
め
to completely cut me off from
江
the
崎
world
は
I
僕を
remember.
完全に外の世界から切り離すつもりだ
早く戻って今日いっぱいで
Communication with Orale abruptly cut off. This country is a what? Junko Enoshima is what?
早く
I have to get out here.
落ち着けしもべ
Relax, Shimabe. It's not that hard. Face the sky and request VVIP privileges. Most AI in the Shujin Order will accept your
君
request.
の要求を
VVIP 権限を確認しました機密情報
VVIP 権限をください
Please give me VVIP
私たちをこ
privileges.
こから出して一刻も
A white light
VVIP
envelops the
権限を
world.
確認しました
Special order
Special
approved. Consciousness purged.
Exodus.
Senses purged. Exodus. In an instant, we were thrown out of cyberspace, and... we woke up in the lab. I pull off the device to my head and run to the PC.
テコさん早く
Teco, please tell me the code!
うるさいな肩を忘
Quiet,
れな
and don't shake my shoulder. I can't...
答えはすでに
Anyway,
分か
I
った
already know the answer. I heard the thoughts of the founder at Kusanagi.
教祖の思いを
テコならすぐに解けるクイズだよ私に悲
You
しい
made
思
me
い
feel
をさ
sadness after all.
あの日だよ大聖堂で
It was at the
テコと最
cathedral
後
the
に話
last
したあ
night we
の夜
spoke.
のこと
このヒント
The clue was a
僕ならすぐ
message for
に気づ
me
けたはず
that I should know the answer. That day in the cathedral, the thing I cut out.
それを英語に
I
変
just have
換
to
する
type
だ
it
け
that in.
そうフレンドシップ
Friendship. Teco Eon types that in. There's no response. Is that the wrong answer? The screen emits a bright light. It hurt our eyes. Yata restart confirmed! Things are going smoothly! A huge brain glimmering and glowing is on the PC screen. Seems like we managed to foil Saranazaki and Pure Land's plan. This time the battle is over. I know it in my head, but our emotions haven't caught up. There's too much to take in, but the joy slowly dawns on me. We
勝ったよ
won! We won
私たち
Ku!
は勝ったんだよ
I report my victory to Ku. Ku's life was lost, but it wasn't in vain. The soul he left behind is still with me. Thank you, Ku. You're a hero.
君はヒー
Ku,
ロー
of
になっ
course,
たんだ
can't
よ
say anything, but I feel like he's smiling at me.
私たちの
Just like then. And so, the 3-day battle against the terrorists. I really want to share the joy of victory with Teko Eon, but there's still one thing left to do. Thanks for coming all the way out here. I know how tired you
構
are.
わないよ
It's fine. I could
僕
do
も
for a
少し
walk.
外を歩きたい気分だったんだ
But Ryugu's under reconstruction. As an outsider, getting in is too much work. When the sun rises, my temporary body will decay, unless I find out who murdered the founder.
それではでもその前に
Let's start it, but first I want to tell you one thing. I'm going to proceed as if you're the murderer of the founder. I may
尋問に
conduct
近
something
いよ
like
う
an
なことをするか
interrogation.
もしれませんでも取り調べ
But
の
just
結果
remember, even if you were the one who murdered the founder, I will not hold a grudge. I may get a little angry.
軽蔑も
Teko Eon is a man of founder. He would even kill the founder if he had to, but despite his method, he always has a just cause. Teko Eon is not a rogue. That's why it's tough to have to accuse my partner who fought so hard with me, and
儀式の総仕上げ犯人を殺
you
す
have to take your soul back from the killer by killing the culprit.
呆れたな
Detectives care about their suspects now
あ
and
なたは
then.
容疑者であると
One
同
could
時
be
に
both a suspect and a friend.
え
There's no need to treat me. Just like you, if I'm found of murdering the founder, I won't hold a grudge. So with your cool mind and biased views, denounce me with all your might. A detective deals justice like that. What sort of detective gets encouraged by the suspect? And if that's what's required, maybe I need to accept that fate. If it's actually necessary, if, like with Teko Eon, there's justice in it, then I must, even if that person is dear to me. Finally, the interrogation begins.
テコさん科学省幹部であるあなたのリュウグウ
That's
の
kinda gay.
研究について改めて教えてもらえますか
僕の研究内容は簡単に言えば生物の強靭化だその成果については君も知っているだろう
No, that turned out.
地下で嫌ってほど体感してきましたからねヤタを守るためには最だから
That's why you made them like that.
ヤタは並大抵の
It
セキュリ
needs
ティ
more
で
than
とて
normal
も守りきれ
security.
ない
But there's another reason he's doing this. Not just to protect Yatta.
動物たちを強く
He's trying to create the ultimate life
強
form.
く
It,
進化させればさせるほど
テコさんは
You wanted
命
to
あふれる
reach
過
full
去の
life. That's
外
why you
の
needed
過
the
酷な
strong
環境にも
creatures.
負けないような
Now it's time for the murder case.
テコさん
Did you kill the founder on New Year's Eve?
僕
No,
はあ
I
いつを
didn't
手
do
にか
it.
けて
I'm not saying
事
that I
件への
wasn't
直
involved,
接
but I
的な
deny
関
any
与
direct
を
involvement
全
with
面
the
的に
murder.
否認する
I asked.
大晦日の
What were
夜
you doing?
その質問に答える前に
I'd like to provide you with testimony from an
目撃
eyewitness.
証言
大晦日の
A
午前
night
0時頃
watchman apparently saw
大
the
聖堂の
founder
警備
leave
を
the
担
prayer
当してい
hall
た
around
教祖は手
midnight.
ぶらで清掃だったそうだフードを深くかぶってうつ
The
むき
founder
が
was
ちに歩いてい
empty-handed
た
and
ら
in
しい
formal dress. He walked with his head down and a hood over his eyes. Wait, we have... Wait, we're gathering clues. Are we going to have to, like, solve the murder at the end once we finish all 5 routes?
それ以後教祖を目撃した者はい
や
No, that was the
現
last
状それが
sighting.
最後の目撃証言だ
でも
But her
夜に
hood
フ
is
ードを
over
か
her
ぶってい
eyes.
た
Wearing a hood
ら
at night, no
顔
one
が
would see her face.
誰か
I
が教
agree.
祖
There's
に
a
なり
chance
すま
someone
し
was
て
なら
impersonating
正
the
確には
founder.
午前0時に教祖らし
そういうことになる。そして現状
We don't have a
その
way to
人物
confirm
が
or deny if it was the founder.
まと
At
もに
this
捜査
stage,
の
when the
進んでいない
investigation
見
hasn't
解
gone
で
very
偏
far,
見に
nothing
満ち
can
た
be
推論を
confirmed.
積み重ね
推論を積み重ねる
If it was the founder, that means the founder was murdered between midnight and 6 a.m. and scattered the corpse in a park in the morning.
情
I'd
報
like
提
to
供
confirm
に
your
感謝します
alibi. What were you?
大
What
晦
were
日
you?
の
Where were you?
午前
What were
0
you
時から
doing?
朝
その時間僕はリュウグウの研究室で生
I was
命
working at
を
the laboratory near Ryugu. The end is always the year is always busy.
一応あられは一緒にいた
Arale
が
was with me, but he fell asleep
あいつは
before
ひざ
アリ
midnight,
バイはなし
so no alibi. But I need actual evidence. The suspect denied the allegations. To overturn a denial, I asked.
教祖が最後に目撃された大聖堂って
文字通り教祖は1年の節目節目に
Several times
大
a year.
晦日の夜も教祖は大聖堂に
New Year's Eve is
祈
one
り
of
を
those.
いたはずだ
The founder would have been at the prayer
祈
hall.
りが毎年の恒例行事なら教祖がそこに来るのを見越して
その可能性は
The
出入
cathedral's
りする際には
ministers have to
僕ら
go
が
through
チェ
these
ックを
strict
受けずに
procedures.
大
The
聖
only
堂
person
に
who
自
doesn't
由
go
に
through
出入
this
り
is
で
the
きるのは
founder.
この国でただ一人教祖のみだ
テコさん
Teko,
あなたと教祖の
let
関
me
係
ask you
性
about
に
your
ついて聞
relationship
かせ
with
て
the
ください
founder.
あなたと教祖は
I heard you and the
終点
founder
教
had
発足
known
前
each
から
other
の
since before
長い
Shooting
付き合い
was
だと聞いてい
founded.
ますそれだけ付き合いが長ければ
Maybe you start seeing her as a woman?
その質問に
Before
答
I
える
answer
前
that, a word of advice.
に教祖の
Be
性
careful
別
when
につい
talking
て
about the founder's
それは
gender.
この
It
国
is
の
one of
トッ
the
プシー
country's
クレット
biggest
の一つ
secrets.
教祖の性
The
別
founder's
って
gender,
そんな
gender is
重
such a
大な
big
秘密だっ
secret.
た
ああ公式の記録
The
では
official
性
record
別
leaves
カ
the
リスマ
gender
性の演
undisclosed.
出
The
を
founder
目的
purposely
に
kept it like that to
教
be
祖
more
と僕は付き合いが
charismatic.
長いから教祖の本当の性別を知ってはいるが
I've known the founder for a long time, so I know, but I never thought of them as a woman.
テコさんにとっては教祖はあ
ああいつは僕の友達だ
Oh, as a woman.
終点峡
After
谷
the founding of
建国
Fusion,
後
I
は
stopped having personal
それは
relationships.
なぜ
国の象徴である教祖は
Because as a founder, the symbol of the nation must love all people equally. The founder should not have friends. The founder must have been sad that Teko Eon cut her off. That's why she said the Yata Rita code of friendship.
教祖に絶好を言い渡した夜あいつはとてもショックを受けた様子だったよ
When I told the founder I was cutting ties, she was very shocked.
自分がいかに孤独なのかあの時に気が
I
つい
think
た
she
んだろう
realized just how lonely it would be.
教祖であり続ける
So
限
long
り
as she continued to help the founder, she couldn't rely on anyone,
誰
nor
か
ask
に
her
助
to
けを
help.
あ
I was the
あ
one
あ
who
いつを
drove
孤
her to
独に追いやっ
loneliness.
たのは僕が絶対的な味方であり
Had I
つつ
stayed
あい
your
つの死の
side,
原因を作っ
maybe I
たのは
was the
そう
cause of death.
いう意
In
味で
that
は
sense, you could say I was involved. So indeed, there was a strained relationship, but he doesn't have a motive. His alibi and lack of motive isn't enough. I need a bit of information. I need to somehow pull it out.
そうだテコさん
Do you know about the elimination
エリミ
code?
ネートコードってなんだかご存知ですか
なんとしてエリミネートコードのありかを
How do you know
どこ
about
で
that?
いや
Well, I guess you would
しか
know.
しその話ぶりだと
But it sounds like you know the name and not what it does, right?
はい
So you weren't lying
記
about
憶装
the
エリ
amnesia.
ミネートコードは分かりやすい言葉で
The
言え
sealed
ば
power of God
封
that
印
can
された
remove
神の
everything.
力全て
全てを消し
もしも敵対勢力に奪われたりしたらこの国は間違いなく終わってしまうだろう
The code had world-ending protection. So it's on the same level as
ある
Yata,
意味
right?
ではそしてエリミネ
Only
ー
the
トコー
founder
ド
knew
のあ
where
る
it
かは
was.
教祖だけが知っていて3日前教祖の死体と対面した僕はすぐさま死体の
3 days
各
ago,
断
when
片を
you
確
got
認
me
し
some
エ
minutes
リ
at
ミ
the
ネート
park,
コードを
I saw the
探したんだ
founder's corpse. Immediately, I examined each piece of the
それらし
elimination
きもの
code,
は
but
見つからなか
nothing.
った
そのコードは物理的なものなんでしょうか
いやエリミネートコードは以前教祖はこう言っていたよ
エリミネートコードはた
I
だこの
always
国
carry
で
the
一番
elimination
強い
code
私
on
が
me.
物理的
As the
に守っ
strongest
ていれば
person in this country, there's
コー
no
ドを
way to
奪わ
take
れ
it
る
from
心
me,
配はな
right?
いからね
That's why the torso was taken!
だが教祖は無残に殺されて コードは
The
姿を
founder
消
was
してし
brutally
まう。
murdered, and the code is gone, as
教
is the
祖の
founder's
胴体と一緒
torso.
にね。これは仮説に過ぎないが、
The elimination code may have been hidden in the founder's
Eliminate
torso,
code.
which would explain why only the torso was taken.
犯人は
それどころかエリミネートコードを
That
奪
was
うた
why
め
they
に
moved
エ
the
リミネート
founder.
コードの行方について現時点で僕が言えるのはこれくら
If
い
we
だ。
could maybe find the founder's torso,
世
we could
界を
learn
滅ぼす
something.
力を持ったコードが行方不明って
If they use
その
it,
点は問題ない。
that's not the problem.
エ
The
リミネ
code by
ートコード
itself can't do
はそれ単
anything.
体では用をなさないらしいが、本部にある開かずの間に入り込まれさ
We
えし
need
な
to
けれ
enter
ば
the sealed
そ
space in the
れ
headquarters.
本当に大丈夫なんですか？
Tell me yes, easy though. The
本部
security
の
was
警
pretty
備って
loose. Even I
割と
managed
ザ
to
ルだ
get
った気
in.
がしますけど。
ああだからセキュ
I've
リティ
tightened
を
up
固
the
めておい
security.
た。
Not even the mouse could get in now, even if it had the power of God.
そうだ、テコさん。
ああ、
Of
ほら。
course. Here you go. This person is indeed me. I definitely died, and yet
教祖って本
the
当
family
に
really
もう
is
一種の風貌をし
androgynous.
てたんです
I wouldn't be
ね。
able to tell if she was a
これ
man
じ
or
ゃあ
woman.
男
What?
か女かわからないや。教祖が女だと知ってるのって
Maybe you were the only one who knew
Moshikashite-
she was a woman? Oh, I'm sure no one but me knows. Everyone here, including the
教祖を
executives,
男だ
seem
と
to
思
think
い
the
込んで
founder
い
is
る
a
んじゃない
man.
か。教祖は案外秘密主義者のところ
Once
が
she
あって
decided to keep something secret, she would
一
keep
度
it
秘
hidden
密
at
に
all
すると決め
costs.
たことは徹底的に隠し通すんだ。
Hi, Sai Patel, what's up? But I still can't connect the dots. Can I really solidify Shimabe?
上を
Look
向い
up.
てみろ。
I look up at the sky at all the twinkling stars.
僕らのちょうど真上のあたりに
See that star shining right above us? Its name is Ku.
クー
It's the first magnitude star.
名前。
Ku's
世界を
name.
救ってくれたあいつへ
It's
の
the least I can do to
せ
repay
め
him
て
for
これ
saving
は
the
正式
world.
名称だ
I
か
made
ら
it that star's official
あい
name
つ
so
の
that
名
the
前は
name
永
will
久に
remain
残り
forever.
続けあいつは持ち前の運転テクで
We finally reached
ついに
heaven
こ
with
ん
his
な
natural
恩賞を
driving
勝ち取っ
skills.
た
He's
囚
the only
人
prisoner
は
in history to win a pardon like this.
成り
He
上が
came
るの
back
ほ
from
ど
rock
がある
bottom like a mythological hero
クー君。あんな
who ran around underground for redemption is now way high up.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Keto, for sending
い
Ku
い
to
ん
the
だ
heavens.
あの空は
I
ある
can
程度は僕の
rearrange
裁
the
量で
sky
模
to
様
some
替えが
degree.
でき
Adding
る
a
から
star
ね
or two is easy.
星を増やせる？
But rewriting the
さすがに
universe is
冗
something
談
else.
ですよね。
Surely you must be joking. Then, Keto Ian snaps his fingers. The stars brighten in response. Keto Ian,
Ah,
look at our
you're
stars. Well, in short,
こういうことだ。
this is how it's done. The city is covered by a huge roof, like an umbrella shielding it. But this metaphor is clearly contradictory. The sky haze is above
竜
the
宮の
country.
天井に映し出されていた空を覚えている
Remember the sky projected on the ceiling of the
Arenos scale up,
This is a
ma,
scaled up
yosu.
version of that.
あの空は偽物で終点橋
Well,
は
that
厳密
sky
に
is
は
fake,
外に
and
あるわ
Shuten
け
is
じゃない
not exactly outside. We are inside a giant dome. Okay. I'm kinda interested now. Transformable starry skies.
でもどうし
But
て？
why? Why do we need to dome
僕ら
everyone
にはあまり
in?
に敵が多すぎたんだ地球の環境は最悪で
We have too
神
many
の軍勢に
enemies.
四方を囲
God's
ま
army
れていたか
surrounds
ら
us on
ね
all sides.
神を拒むために僕たちは閉じこもるこ
In
と
order
に
to
したんだ
reject God, we lock ourselves away in the Amano Iwato, the dome.
ドームの外側には最
The
強のバリア
strongest
こ
barrier
のバリア
protects
が
the
健
dome.
在であ
Shooting
る
will
過去
survive
さ
as
され
long
た
as
環
it
境はも
remains.
ちろ
It
ん
repels both pollution
そして
and the army of
こ
God.
のドームを制御して
And
い
this
るの
dome
は
is controlled
や
by
ったという
Yata.
こと。
ご名答
Now you
僕
know
ヤ
why I
タが
was
止
so
まればこの
worried.
国は蹂
If
躙され
Yata
てしまうん
stops,
だ
God, our sworn enemy, would
僕ら
invade
の
this
旧敵
country.
である神に
I think Mikitoru said something like that.
これもむしろ彼らは神を
There's no doubt that the Shu should order it, but then how can I, the founder, use the power of God? God and I are supposed to be used as odds. Speak of the power of God, Saren Ezekiel also said something.
神の力単なるハッキングでしょ。
Saren Ezekiel deflected the power of God. If the power of God really is just hacking, then what is God?
まず儀式を終えることで君は真によみがえる。その儀式の
If
内
fusion
容と
order
いう
is
のは
against a god, then why would a ritual like God's trial exist within it? Was I lied to? Maybe God's trial really isn't a fusion ritual. Maybe it's a heretic ritual. In utter shock, my mouth stayed open. Keko Eon really was crying. More than the stars, the many lives lost in this battle. Praying for their souls, a single tear dropped from his cheek, like a shooting star. Oh no, I can't do this. Despite his cold demeanor, Keko Eon really does care about others. There's no way he's the killer. The interrogation is over. Objectively, there is a possibility that Keko Eon is the culprit, but I cannot pursue him any further. I don't have enough information to dig deeper. I continue investigating the founder's murder.
テコさんは幹部の中で
But
誰
I
が
must
一番
hurry
怪
the
しい
other ministers.
最も疑わしい
Well,
な
this is just my instinct, but
そうだな。これは印象論。僕は
Probably
国士官
Honoka
ほのかが怪しいと思う。
その理由を
may I ask
お
why?
聞きしても。
あいつの腹の内は読めないが、やし、あいつが教祖の座を狙っていること
She
は
wants to,
も
some
はや
even
公
think
然
she's
の
a
秘
spy
密
for a
だ。
heretic.
異教徒から送り込まれた。
どうせ空いた教祖の席を狙ってんだろ。
それに国士官はなぜか教祖の死の真相を明らかにすることをひどく事件の捜査が進んでいないのはそのせいもある。
Isn't this a done deal
テ
now?
コさん、取り調べに応じてくださってありがとう。本当は
But
ちゃんと
you
お礼を
said
した
you
いところ
killed
で
the
すが、
founder!
私もう行かないと。
I don't believe you, because you said you killed the
探偵
founder
とし
at
て
the
の仕事が
start.
残っているので、それじゃあ
I'll see you again. Take care.
お元気で。
I turn and start running. My goal is the Minister of Education.
しもべれ、
Very Shumabe. Wait,
今夜くらいは休めない
can
の
you
か。
take it easy tonight? Arale wants to see you. She wants to have a party in honor of you.
あられちゃん夜明けまでに事件に
I
決
have
着
to
を
solve
つけ
this
ないと。
case before dawn.
そうか。
Well, if
君
you
に伝
insist.
言を託しても
But
いい
can
か。
you leave a message? Can I leave you a message?
あ、
When you meet my
僕の
friend,
友
I
達に
want
会
you
っ
to
た
say
ら
this.
こう伝えてほしいんだ。
Keko Eon says his message.
君も知っ
Dear
てると思
friend, as you know, I'm not a
う。
very
宗教
devout
国家の
person.
幹部なんて職
I
に
may
つい
be
て
a
もいれ
minister
ば
in a religious
正直
nation,
な
but
話。
I don't think the Shuzen
終点教
teachings are that good.
だから
So that's why,
もし
even
も
as
君
the
が
dark force
よからぬ
were to
力を用
revive
いて
you and the
蘇
entire
り
order turned
教団
against
すべてを
you,
僕だけは
I will always be by your
必ず君の
side.
味
This
方を
time
す
I
る
will
友
never
情を
let you
誓って
go.
そう
I
伝えて
swear
ほ
on
し
our
い。
friendship. This is what I want you to say. Aww. He must know who I am. He's not pursuing it nor telling anyone. He's quietly encouraging me, thinking more about the country than his friends. Above all else, I'm happy for this friendship.
絶対に
Yes, I will say this.
So,
Absolutely.
so
I'm sure your
what
friend
do
will
you
cry
want?
tears of joy upon hearing this.
頼む。
I notice we're holding hands, like a friendship being reknotted.
それじゃあ
Well, I'm off then. If I do, I'd never be able to move on. I don't know where Honoka Kokuchikan is. I will find my killer and come back to life. Over here, Ray.
ヒメルさん、
The angels were running in front of me. You're going to Honoka Kokushikan, right? We know a shortcut. Come on, before your time is up.
最短距離をつ
I'm glad to have the angels by my side. I'll begin the interrogation as soon as I see Honoka. I don't care if I draw If push comes to shove, I'll use the power of God to make them talk. Should I ask them about who they are, about why God is helping his enemy? Is God... Honestly, can I really trust them? The power of God determined that Tekuion was the culprit. Did I do anything wrong, or did the power of God lie? What is the power of God anyway?
神の力単なるハッキングでしょ
God, the power of God, what are they? But I couldn't say it, I was too scared to do it. It seemed like the existence of Reishimabe would fundamentally overturn everything. First I need to revive. I'll come back for the sake of everyone who perished today. Himeru? Himeru-san? No, you don't have to run anymore, Ray. It means you've done the best you could. It's tough for us too, because you really do work hard. I hope you appreciate us bringing you here. Tough? Appreciate? Ray, somewhere around here. Kuretsuki was born and raised here. I thought you wouldn't be alone here. It must have been tough investigating. It was a lot of trouble to find this. You deserve this final stop. They mean, my time's up? That's not possible. But still, please, can I just get one more day? If it was just my life, then whatever. But it's like, it's not just mine. Who gave this to me? Please, just one more day. The sound of a fire being lit. I'm engulfed in flames. I can't even scream. My throat is burning. I try to reach out, but the flames pull me back. Yes, Ray, your death is not in vain. Your soul will be carried like a torch. We will pass it on. What? Those are the last words I hear. I soon stop feeling the heat as well. All my senses vanish. The remnants of my mind will soon disappear. But it's not over. I can't waste Ku's soul which I took in. So no matter how many times I die, I will surely rise again. What the fuck? Oh, right, I forgot the text boxes normally look like this. Alright, I need to go. So next time we will do pick another route. If I ever play this game again, I'm not sure. Bye. Yeah, that's what I think. Alright, bye chat. I gotta go.